Drew Brees is going to go down as one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history, but I want to share with you why he will also be known as one of the greatest leaders I and the National Football League has ever seen. This is depicted by a journal entry I wrote back in 2014 when I had already left the Saints, my 4 years with the team and around Drew, and was reflecting on his greatness. The morning began with Coach Caldwell, Detroit Lions head coach, speaking about changing the organization. He wanted it to be different than the Detroit Lions of the past and to truly be a new place. Well, as we know, to change anything, you gotta start changing things. And that meant we're going to change where the team was going to warm up, which bench the offense and the defense sat on the sidelines, and even a lot of the posters and images around the building. But then he made a quote. He said, "The greats are able to compete against themselves." This is what reminded me of Drew Brees. How do you capture someone's presence in words? Someone like Drew, who stands maybe at 5'10", but is a massive presence and is one of the greatest leaders one could hope to build. If you did not know, leaders are made. They are not born. When did Drew Brees become the leader that is so respected? Maybe it was back in high school when he was a star but still got snubbed by his his home state teams of Texas, getting an opportunity to go play at Purdue. To be totally honest, I don't know where Purdue is, but I know it's not in Texas. So maybe it was when he got snubbed out of being a first-round draft pick despite leading a subpar Purdue program to the Rose Bowl. Maybe it was when he stood only 5'10" tall and was able to see over the giant linemen to throw for unprecedented yardage week in and week out. We still applaud a quarterback who gets 200, 250 yards passing. Drew averaged over 300 yards. Maybe it was after the San Diego Chargers decided to move on as they drafted his replacement after a season-ending shoulder surgery. That really showed, not just to him, but to everybody, this is just a business. Good news is another team wanted him, New Orleans was welcoming, and it turned out to be all right. Maybe it was coming to that team, to a city that needed a knight in shining armor, a place that was starving for a sign of hope and a reason to come home to the music. Maybe it was the perspective he gained from his mother, who was a judge, and her ability to diagnose problems and manage decisions. I don't know when the leadership of Drew was built, but he was created over time.